Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time here in Montreal. Beautiful sunny day. Let me know in the comments where you are watching from. And today I had a special request from Lorena to make wire teapots. So this should be fun. I made a bunch of sketches as usual, and I'm just going to work out some designs for a little teapot. They could be pendants, earrings, ornaments. As always, these designs can be altered to do any kind of function. Hi, Amber. So Amber's on. A Tree Sap Girl, if you guys don't already know, is Amber. She's the moderator of my YouTube channel. Always happy to have you here. So I'm going to flip the screen so I can see your comments and see who's hopping on. Just bear with me for 1 minute as usual. You guys can let me know if you can see my table, and I will pull up the video on my computer as well so I can see who is on. So we go to the live, and there we go. Perfect. Make sure my sound's down. Yep. So we have, who is here? Ooh. Hi, Peggy. And we have Bernice. Itsy Bitsy Imaginarium is Bernice. Hi, Bernice. Hi, Trish. Hi, Nelisa. Hi, Mirta. And Jan. Hi, Jan. So everybody's hopping on. And also, I think Jan had a special request for unicorns. So I might do that next week. I'm going to see when I get a chance to do everything. But Lorena had asked for these templates or the designs for teapots. So I just did a whole bunch of drawings, and we're just going to go with it. She wanted one with a ceramic bead, and I found one ceramic bead in my beads with a flower. So this is an old bead that I used to use in the 90s, and it has a big hole, so I used to use it on necklaces, on leather cords. So I had one left that I found. So this is a very special bead. So I'm going to try to do a teapot pendant with that. And then I had some other ideas I wanted to work on. And I also was working on ideas for faces a while back. So I thought it would be really cute to do maybe a face on a teacup. So that would be cool too. So we're going to see how it goes. And hi, Avril. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. So let's see what we can do. As always, I think I'll start with my basic favorite 20 gauge wire. When in doubt, go for 20 gauge. I have different colors. These are the artistic wires from Beadalon. Always thank you to Beadalon for supplying my wire. They are my my #1 supplier of wire, and I have all kinds of different colors. This is 18 gauge gold. They're actually sending me a new gadget, which it was Amber that told me about a Beadalon gadget to crinkle the wire, because last week we were doing little crinkly leaves for the ferns. So they're going to send me a wire crinkler. So thank you, Amber, for telling me about that. Hi, Sharon. So without further ado, let's just get started. Let's just grab some wire. I want to make sure that I'm close enough. I think I'm going to move this out a little bit more so you guys can see there. So hopefully my hands will be more centered, even a little bit more, I think. So my hands will be centered under the screen. I can move over a little bit too. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting adjusted. So let's get some 20 gauge wire. And hi, Corey. Nice to see you. So how much wire? Everybody always asks me how much wire, and I don't always cut it. So let's just cut a piece. Let's just go for like 12 inches for the first one. And we're going to see what we can do about doing the teapot with the ceramic bead. And Kat's here. Hey, Kat. Oh my goodness, it's been so long. Kat, it's so funny that you just popped on today, because I was looking at that beautiful collage you made me today. It's hanging up in my studio, and I just love it. Every time I see it, I think about you. And I cleaned my studio, so I had a particularly good view of that beautiful collage you made me today. And thank you. So now what we want to do is put the bead in, and then we're going to do, I was thinking maybe to add some other beads too. So let's just grab some beads and see what we've got. Oh, I had a bunch here. So let's just look at the beads first. I should have got a better pot to put them in. This is a very large one, so we'll put that one there. And I was wondering, maybe we can do something with something like that for a teapot. That might be cute, like even underneath. That could be adorable. Maybe I'll try something like that. That would be maybe more with the silver wire. So I like that idea. Let's do something with a little bead cap and maybe a little cap on top too. I have more beads here. This is the fun part at the beginning where I just play around with my materials. So here's another little metal bead. Here's another little metal bead, and see what we have with that. So let's put those at the side. Here's another one that looks a little bit like a stand. Where did it go? Well, this is a big metal bead. Yeah, I should have prepared all my beads in advance. I just lost one in here. Here it is. There we go. So let's see what we can do with this. It's been a long time. Yes, it's been a long time. Kristen's here. So W World Peas is my sister Kristen, who's out west. So it's 3 hours earlier there. Actually, same time zone as Amber. So, and Peggy. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna get the silver wire instead, if I can find it. 22, 18, 18. Oh, I don't have 20. So let me get the 20 gauge silver. I think I have it in here. Yeah, here we go. Here's the 20 gauge silver. So let's try something with the silver first. And I'm going to get something else to put these beads in. Otherwise, they're going to go all over the place. So let me get another thing for the beads, just so they don't go everywhere. There we go. We'll just put them on a little tray so we don't lose our beads, because otherwise they're going to go all over the floor. So I have just one of these little lids. So I'll stick those on here. I'm going to bring them off the table. There we go. Okay, so here's our beads and all of these. So let's move this templates for now. And I'm going to get some 20 gauge wire and we will go from there. Oh, I'm going to take this. Now we go. So we are going to cut a piece of wire that is 12 inches long, and we are going to go from there. So I'm going to take this, and now what we want to do. So let me just think for a second how we want to do this. I guess the other thing you could do with this is put like a little, maybe a head pin or something so this doesn't come out. But I think for now, I'm just going to play with this for now and see what I can do. I don't know if it's going to work or not. So let's just play and then we'll figure it out as we go. Lucinia, hello, hello. So now let's just turn the end around. Actually, I'm going to clip that flush a little bit. And it does take me a little while to warm up here. I'm going to do one with the bead cap, and then I'm going to do one with the ceramic bead, and then I'll just do the all wire ones after that. So let's put this bead cap on there, and then we're going to put the red bead on there. Where's the hole? Oh, there's the hole. I'm like, where is the hole on there? Perfect. We're going to wiggle that one on a bit. Okay. So now, so we start with that. This little thing at the bottom, if you wanted to use a, what do you call it? A head pin, you can do that. That might actually work better. And then the other thing I wanted to figure out is how am I going to do the arm and the other thing. We could put a little lid thing on the top, would be cute. But we also want to come around and do the spout. How are we going to do that? That's the question. So if we're going to bring this one around, I don't know how well this is going to work with the thing at the bottom, but this is why we're on the live stream, to try these things to see if they're going to work. Because you might want to, because I want a more clean look. Maybe I would have to put this cap on after. Let's just try that maybe. Okay, we're gonna play with that. And you guys who already know my live streams know that I do a lot of troubleshooting before I actually come up with anything that's half decent. So if you're new and you don't understand what I'm doing because it looks like I'm just faltering around, this is what I do. I just play around with it and then we'll go from there and see what happens. So what I want to do now is we're going to go around. This wire might not be long enough, but so we want to surround the whole thing. Maybe, no, my wire's not going to be big enough. And then if I want to do a kind of a spout, let's do a handle first. We're going to bring it up and out and then down. I don't know if it's going to look like a handle or not. We're going to try it. So around here and then curve it around. So this, that doesn't really look much like a handle, but it's all right. It gives you the idea. It's really just to get the technique to start with. So we're going to bring that one down here. Yeah, the handle should be more round at the top. So let's get some bigger round pliers. And we're going to take this and Charming Bell. Hello, hello. So if I miss any of your comments, guys, it just means that I'm working on the piece and I'm not always working on I'm not always looking at the chat. So when I do get a chance, I'll look over at the chat and then I'll catch up on comments. So if I'm going to bring this one around here, I think this is going to be a little bit too short. My what do you call it? My wires now, because probably what I should have done, let's see, if we're going to bring this one around and then we want to do like the spout. So we can do like a spout thing here and then down. This is very stylized and up. So if we do like a spout type of thing like that, this is the basic shape for the teapot, but now I don't know if this is going to work on here at all. We're going to see. So if we put this on now, I mean, it's not awful, but if we put the little stand thing at the bottom now, it's kind of interesting. I don't know if I'm going to be able to bring it back. We could bring it back towards the back and up and then around. And then the thing is up here, how do we get it to go straight up? So I guess we could just bring it here and then bend that straight up. I am under the camera, aren't I? Yeah, so we're going to bring it straight up here because we want it somewhat centered there. That's not too bad. And then we can take this end, bring it around back, and then wind it around. So if we take this end, make sure it's like good and snug. This is kind of interesting. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. I pulled it a little too hard. I pulled it a little too much. So let's straighten this out a little bit more because I pulled it so it's kind of took too much of the wire. So we're going to straighten it out. That's why sometimes I just help the wire with the pliers first, because otherwise when you wind it, it can get distorted. So I didn't want to pull it that much. So I want to keep that there. And that's easier. So I just, yeah, this is super interesting. Even if it doesn't 100% work, beautiful design. Thank you. We're just troubleshooting here. And sometimes the first prototype works. Other times it doesn't quite work. But I do like the idea of the bead cap at the bottom. And then now if you want to do like a little lid type of thing, you can put a little lid. The wire ended up being long enough. Looks like there's no hole on one side of this bead. Oh, there we go. We just popped it through. So we can do a little lid, although this lid now looks a little too small. So that's too small. Let's try another one. We have this one's interesting. Might be a little big. And what about one with a bigger hole? Put one. That one's quite interesting. Looks a bit like a crown. So that's a big Mamie. There's this one. It's okay. It's a little small. This one. It's all right. Not too much texture on it though. And how about this one? It's all right, not great. So let's go for this one. It's kind of cute. And then I'm going to put just a little handle at the top. So let's do a little miracle bead. Get a little red miracle bead. Just dig one out of my stash. So we're going to put this one on top, a little miracle bead. And then, looks a little funky, but I think I'm just going to go with it. And then we're going to take this, cut it to 3/8 to 1/2 inch. There. And we're going to take this and bring this one back, and around. Okay, perfect. We're going to take that one, bring it in. Okay, that works. Excellent. So that looks pretty good. It's not horrible. We're going to line that up a little bit more. So there is like a little teapot with a base and bead and there. So, and you could do any combination of beads that you want, but that's a first prototype, not too bad. So let's try the one with the ceramic bead too, because that's what Lorena wanted me to do. So we're going to see what we can do with that. And then I'm going to go back to some of these and see what I did there. And yeah, some of them had like just a flat bead at the bottom, and we can maybe try that idea again. What if I put this one in here and maybe just put a little base at the bottom to start with? What if we did that? Let's see, because we could do like a little base at the bottom there. Whether it's going to stay or not, that's the question. That's got a really big hole in it. So I don't know if I'm just going to get a seed bead and see what that can do. See if it sits inside there just to hold the space a little bit. Because sometimes when there's a too big hole, it's going to get really wobbly. So let's put that one on. And get that one on there and stick it in there. Now that's a little, it's not too bad. Maybe it should be a little smaller, but see, that's an idea. If we stick a bead in there, I don't know if I should be using the gold wire or the silver. Maybe I should use the silver wire again. Let's use the silver wire again. Okay, I'm gonna remove that. We're gonna get some more silver and then we'll go from there. Doing a spiral for the base. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a great idea. So we're going to get this. And, oh, there's stuff in there. Oh, that was from the bead. Yeah, because I had one design where I was going to do a spiral here, but a spiral base could be interesting. Let me just see. It might work better than just to have a kind of a base thing going. Let me just write that down. So like just do, I have to think in terms of the best way to do it. You guys can see that. If we do that like a base and then up. Let me just see about that. I have to think of where I want to start the wire. Let's try that. We'll do something different. We're going to take this, and if I bend, keep some straight up. I might need a bigger wire, but say we bend this out to the side and then start like a kind of a spiral thing around. You guys can still see what I'm doing. Move some of this stuff out of the way. And then we're gonna have to hold that to bend it around to do the spiral. So you have to kind of hold the wire. Hopefully I'm not gonna run out of wire, but we're gonna try it. So this is a spiral base that Jan suggested. So we're gonna give that a shot. Maybe not too big though. Okay, I just don't want to run out of wire. So there's like a spiral base. And then if we put this on, then it does have a base. That looks good. Maybe make it, I don't know, it actually doesn't have to be too much bigger because it's not really, shouldn't really be bigger than this. So if we do this, and from there, I should have had this one shorter, I think, because then I could have gone around and done some other things and just had that straight up. So let me save this. I'm gonna try it again. Where's the 20 gauge? Let's try it again. And Cecilia, did I say hi, Cecilia? Hello to Cecilia if I didn't already say. I kind of lose track sometimes. So let's just leave enough up there, and then let's just start the spiral earlier. Okay, so we'll see if that's going to make a difference. We're going to start it here, bring it around. Okay, so we're just going to start it around here, and then we want to do the base again. So let's just go around, do the spiral base as we did before, and then we're going to see about doing the rest of it. So we're going to bring it around. We want it to be a decent size. This one actually might be a little bit too big now, but we're going to see. So we're going to stick the bead on top, upside down. So we're going to do that. And then this is going to be the part that just hangs the thing. So if we're going to do that, what if we're just going to take this and bring it, this might be tricky to hold. We're going to bring this one around, front or back? To the front. I think we have to do a full turnaround first. So we're going to do that to the front of that, and then to the back. Okay, we did it to the front and the back. And then as always with these designs, I might twist it around to secure it. As always with these designs, I put photos in the templates. So if you guys purchase the templates in my Etsy DIY shop, there's all the color photos and the black and white templates and list of materials and stuff. So those are usually ready within 24 hours of the live stream. So, and then also if you want multiple templates in the DIY shop, you can use the coupon code SAVE25 to save 25% when you buy 5 or more templates. So this is just I've just secured it in place. That's kind of a cool design on its own, just like that. But what we want to do now is form the rest of the teapot. So we want to bring this one down, and then we want to do a kind of a handle. So let me just see. I'm going to try to do the spout and let me just see what I want to do, because I want to thinking of doing something different for the handle, but I don't know if I will be able to. So I'm going to bring it around to the front. Okay, just bring it around, tuck it under there. And then we're going to do the spout. So we're going to bring that one around here. I think I'm going to have more success with the ones that are all wire, but this is fun. This is what Lorena wanted, one with a bead. So we're gonna go for that and see how it looks. And this might take a few tries. So we're just going to bring this one out here, bring the spout down, and then bring this one up and out. So this is, so it's got like, it's kind of cute. It's got a little spout there. And then if we want to do a handle, again, we'll probably want to help it out here so it doesn't get distorted. I'm going to take this and we're going to bring this one around. I'm going to make sure my hands stay on the screen. I'm going to actually push that over maybe a little bit. There, that might be better. So my hands stay in the right position. We're going to bring that one around. So we've twisted that one around and to there. And then at the top, we would do a kind of a lid thing too. So I'm not sure I'm loving this design as much, but it might be interesting. So if we did want to do a little lid on the top, let's see if we have another little bead. But I think we're going to need one with a bigger hole on it. So let's try this one. It's getting a little bit wobbly. And this one, we'll try that one. It's not too bad. And this one here. if I'm gonna put another bead. I mean, this bead is kind of cute actually. I think I'm gonna do that one. So we're gonna bring it that way and do a little loop at the top because you need something to hang it with. I'm not sure how well this is going to, it's not too bad. It's kind of interesting. We do want it to really hold in place though. So I'm just gonna try to like make sure it's really secure in there and just keep winding that one around. So yeah, it's not too bad. Bring that, center it. I kind of want to like go around this wire a little bit more to secure it. I wish this wire was a little longer, but I'm going to hold this, bring this back to the back, and then just wind it around here at the bottom just to fill it out a little more. It's almost like making a little spiral on itself. And if I had more wire, I could even like do a little bit more, but I don't have a lot of wires, so we're just gonna, that's the trouble when you don't know how much wire to use. So if you're trying this design, leave a little more wire at the top, and then you see it just fills it out a little more. I would like to go a little wider with it, but I'll probably, the ones that are successful, I'll probably do more of a tutorial for them. But for now, it's kind of interesting. We want the flower to be at the front, so we're going to wiggle it around. And now for the handle, thought it might be nice to do something a little more stylized. So let's bring it up, like up on a sharp angle, up, which is good. Okay, and then we're gonna bring this one around. You guys are so patient too, because you can't really see super well on these live streams, and I realize that the video quality isn't as good as when I actually make a video. But see, we're gonna bring that one up, and I was thinking it might be cute to do, actually, I was gonna do a little spiral at the side, but now I'm thinking maybe I won't. So I'm gonna pull this back at the top. I'm gonna try something different. So I'm gonna pull this wire back. Let me just find the end. Tuck the end in so I can't find it. I'm gonna pull this wire back because I'm gonna backpedal a little bit. I'm just gonna actually cut that and cut this at the top and remove some of this because I'm gonna bring the other wire back instead. I just changed my mind a bit, but you guys know I do that all the time. So let's remove this extra wire that I twisted. Unfortunately, my eyesight isn't as great as it used to be, so sometimes it's hard. I have to hold it higher up to my face to be able to do all the little details. So I'm going to clip that end here. Okay, we're going to clip that. And then there's still one little piece here. So we're going to clip that. Okay, perfect. So I've got that little end wire and I just cut it flush. So I've just cut it flush above the bead. And now I'm going to bring this wire back around, probably, I guess, to the back or something. Back or front? Probably the back. So I've just kind of done the little handle here, just checking it out. I wonder if you could do like even a little loop or something. Let's just try it. So we're going to bring this one here just to make it a little more fancy. I don't know if it's necessary. I just did a little loop here at the bottom. It's kind of interesting. And this one, I'm just going to bend this out a little bit here and bring that one in. So that'll be the handle. And then this one I'm going to bring around the back. So we're going to take this, unfortunately we're going to kind of crisscross with that. Maybe I should bring it to the front. Yeah, I'll bring it to the front maybe, because otherwise we're going to crisscross with that wire at the back. So I've just tucked it in there, and I'm going to bring it like underneath the bead, underneath where that spiral is. Bring this one around to the back. And now I should be able to wind it around here. I'm going to just keep winding it around, trying to make it wider. So that's why I'm trying to wind it on itself. But see, it kind of slips down, so you might have to hold it like this around here. I think that's my washing machine guy that's trying to call me. So I might have to duck out to answer the phone. There we go. We're going to bring this around here on itself. Yeah, so it just makes it a little bit wider. So now we have the spiral at the top and the bottom, which is cool. We're going to bring this one up as much as you can. Yeah, it's cool. If I had more wire, I could have done it a little bit more. So Jan had a really good idea with the spiral because now we're able to do it at the top and bottom. So now I'm going to clip it at the back. And Rosina, hi Rosina. Sorry if you hopped on a while ago. I'm just peeking at the comments now and then. So we're going to bring this one in. And yeah, so you guys know I'm not watching the comments all the time. And I just a little reminder that no, please don't have personal discussions in the chat. We're just keeping it wire related, keeping it light. So we do have, you know, Amber's there to help me have a look at the comments. If any, there's comments that aren't relevant, they will get deleted. So just so you guys know, I'm really happy you're here, happy you're able to interact and stuff, and happy to be on this wire making journey with me. So that's great. So we're going to bring this one down here a little bit. So this one may be a little hard. So this one turned out pretty well, actually. I'm happy with it. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but like I said, I will be putting pictures in the community section, so you'll be able to see that. So yeah, I'm happy with this one. I'll sketch out the method that I used to make it as well, but it looks pretty solid. This spiral just needs to be pushed down a little bit more, I think. I'm not sure the best way to do it. If the wire's softer, it goes down a lot better, but maybe if I just kind of take this down and just, if it's bent down at a slight angle, it'll come down as well, but you don't want to scratch the wire either. So yeah, so there's the one that Lorena, I think, will like this one because this is what she wanted, was something with the beads. So we've got that, and I'm gonna grab a sip of water. Yeah, the bead worked out perfect. Thank you for the idea for the spiral, Jan. That's great. Thank you. So now I want to try some of these. I really want to try this one with the, you know, the little daisy that I make out of beads. Let's try that one because that one looks super cute. So what I'll do is I'll just stick with silver for now. So I'm going to get some of the 22 gauge wire and make the flower first, and then we'll make the teapot around it. So let's go ahead and do that one. I mean, as always, there's so many designs. I'm not going to get to them all, but I'm going to do my best to do as many as I can. So now for the daisy or the flower, we're just going to get some, and now I can make it bigger or I can make it smaller. So we're going to just see which one's going to be best. And I don't really know what colors I want to do either. So what we have, I don't want to use up all my beads either. If we do might be a little bit big with that one. So let's do one with the beads. Okay, we're gonna bend it first up. We'll bend it up like that, and then we're just gonna do a little flower on there. I'm just thinking out loud, what kind of, I'm always so indecisive about bead colors. I ordered some more miracle beads too, so they should be coming soon. And oh, you know what? I have a bunch of these light colored aqua beads. Maybe I'll use those because I generally don't use these for my work. So let's use the light colored aqua ones because they weren't quite the color that I wanted. I don't remember where I got these. I think I got these at my Montreal wholesaler because I was desperate, but then I realized they're kind of light. So let's just use those ones up. I don't really like to use up all my good beads for samples because generally these just go in a box and get stored. So now if we put those beads, and then we're going to take that and twist it around. Randy, hello, and Janet, nice. Hi guys. So we're going to bring this one around and we're going to form the daisy. This might be a little small actually. We're going to do that. So Mel, je crois que c'est pour la laveuse. Okay, so Mark's gonna get that. So let's get another color. We're gonna do this. Oh no, it's a salesperson. So there's the flower. So I'm gonna take this, bring this one through here. And well, I'm glad I didn't get the phone then. So now we have a little flower to go on a teapot. Yeah, I think I don't want it too big. So we've got that. So now let's go ahead and maybe I should have done it in gold. So what I want to do is do the flower or the teapot, and then I wanted to do a twisty wire for the handle. So that was the plan, and I hadn't thought too much. You know what we should do though is copper. Wouldn't it be nice in copper? Let's get some copper wire. Let's see what I have. 20 and do I have any 24 gauge? I have 24 gauge copper. So I'm going to start with this. So we have some copper wire. Let's get some copper. And you're back. I didn't know you were gone. So there we go. So let's take some copper wire. How much? Maybe a foot. When in doubt, cut a foot of wire. So we're going to cut a foot of wire. And now we want to measure, but what I'm thinking to do is bring this and finish it maybe on the one side. So how much wire? Maybe, do I want halfway? No, a little less than halfway because we need extra on this side for the handles. So if we take this and bend this one up and then bend this one, doesn't have to be that big actually because my flower is quite small, so let's not make it too big, and bring this one around. Let's not make it too big at all. And then we want to form the spout, so we're going to take this one out, curve it, and then straight across, and then bend it at a nice sharp angle, bring it out, and then curve it around. Okay, so that's our spout. And this one looks like it could be straight across, parallel to that. Okay, and then we want to take this one, bend it, and curve it out. Okay, so there we have our teapot. And what we want to do is bring it around to here. And then I do also want to, again, bend it straight across. So take that, bend it straight across. I'm already kind of thinking in advance what I'm going to do here, but for now, is that too much? It's not too bad. We could bring it down a little bit more if we want. So you can always adjust these a little bit. So we're going to bring that one straight across. Now how much wire, because we want to bring it back down a bit. So we're going to take this at the top, bend it, and curve it around. That might not be enough. Over a little more around. Wire's pretty forgiving. Okay, so now there's our basic shape. Now I want to bend it out here at a right angle near where the handle's going to be. So about here, high enough because we want it to be above there too. So we're going to bring that straight up. Okay, we've got it at an angle. And now this one, we want to be able to curve it also, about curve it a little bit. And then look at this and see that it's even, this and that ish. Okay, and now we're going to take this, help it, and bend it around. We're going to see how that works. Susan! Hi, Susan. Nice to see you. It's been a hot minute. There we go. So we're going to look at that, see how that goes. Yeah? I love copper also. Yeah, this is real copper. It certainly smells like copper. It's bare copper. That's why it smells like copper. So there we go. Because the artistic wire comes in tarnish resistant copper, but this is bare copper. It's not tarnish resistant necessarily. So now we've twisted that around, but I like the idea of doing a twisty thing here. So is that going to work? That's the question. That's the $1 million question. So let's see if that's going to work. And we are going to hold these out. Remember, to twist, we need to have them at a equal angles. So you could have also added a separate wire for that. If this didn't work out, I could have finished it at the top and added a 22 gauge wire. But the trouble when you add extra wire, it slips back and forth. So let's just hold this and we're just going to do the twist. Okay, so remember the twist, we're going to hold it at equal angle. Twisted wire always gives things a nice look. Just gives it a little bit more detail. Now, how long do we have to make it? That's the question. We can always pull it back. So maybe make it too long than too short. Here. So we've got our, see where we're at, guys. So you know, we've got the teapot and that. And then we made our flower too, which I might end up changing. I'm going to change the bead colors, I think, for that. So now we want to hold that and bend it up at an angle and curve it around. Okay, did I use enough? Did I use enough wire? Yeah, I think so. That looks good. Could have been a little more. We can maybe do one more twist. Okay, and then now what we want to do is bend this one around here. So I guess in theory you could clip one of those. You can clip it. Okay, we're going to clip this one under here. There we go. Okay, so we've clipped that one. And then if you need help making it round, grab a marker or something and then bring it in. It helps to make the shape. And if that marker is not big enough, grab another marker or a highlighter and bring it around. Okay, so we've made a nice, oh, I love this. This is awesome. So we're going to take this and then bring the wire in here. You can make this bigger too for an ornament. That'd be super cute. Okay, so we're gonna bring this in around here. Yeah, great gift for tea lovers. So we're gonna put that there, and then we wanna take this and wind it around a couple of times. Man, all I could smell is copper now. So we're gonna bring that one in here, cute. Bring that one around and clip the end. Remember Mustafa used to love it when I said clip it? Mustafa doesn't hop on anymore. He's very, very busy with school. So maybe in the summer he might hop on. We're gonna see. So now, I actually heard from Alman the other day. Do you guys remember Alman? I haven't heard from him in ages. Him and Mustafa were in Live Wires for the Win this year. But they're both students, so they're very busy. But I heard from Alman pretty recently in the comments, and that was fun. So here's our basic kettle. You could make it more round if you want to. You can always chubby it up a little bit. There we go. Cute. Now, for the flower, I'm not super happy with these colors anymore. They're not bad. They're not bad. But I might go for the copper wire to do that. So let's grab some copper wire. I like them. Nice. So now let me just clip this one and we're gonna do the flower. So let's go ahead and bend this one at a right angle. So what colors, guys, would look good with this? What color would look good with that? Do you think red? What other colors? I have these other cat's eye beads. I have the bigger beads, but I think the bigger beads are going to be too big. So you guys let me know. I have yellow. I'm so bad with colors sometimes. There's green, could be in the middle. I have purple. And I just have the white ones. Can you guys see what I'm doing here? These are all my different colors. I have orange. And blue. And then I have like, pink won't work too well. Yeah, so what colors do you think? Green, blue, black. The original looked great, but my opinion, just on copper instead. Original looked great, but in my opinion, just on copper. Oh, the original colors of the beads? Let me see where those guys are. Those are these ones. Yeah, maybe they're more subtle, eh? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you like these ones? Let's move this one. Okay. Green. There we go. I mean, it's very subtle. It's very subtle. Here, how about I do, and people like green. So let's just try the green, and then we're going to see which one looks better. Actually, probably shouldn't use all my green beads because I might run out. So you know what? Let's just go with what Amber said and do the turquoise because I don't want to run out of my work beads. So we're going to do it that way. And then you guys can imagine other colors on there. So I'll just go ahead and remake that flower on the copper wire and use up these beads that I don't, I just find them a little light. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just a little light. A little more subtle. So there, and then we need one more. There we go. And actually we can maybe change up the middle color. Maybe we're gonna see. Let's just do these first. So we do like that. I have a tutorial pretty recently to make these flowers as earrings. I can link that up in the description below as well. So made bracelets with these flowers, all kinds of things. So we have it like that. What if we put a yellow bead? See if it makes a difference, or a green bead, I guess. So yellow is a little more, it's hard for you guys to see because it's, I'm not sure about the yellow. What about green? What if we just did one green bead? Let's just see. I'm wasting a lot of time with these beads. No, the green doesn't show up. So let's just do the white. Let's just do it exactly what we had before, but with the copper wire. Okay, so let's go. So we're going to take this one and bring that one through. And then I'm going to try to do an all wire teapot after this. I think that'll be fun. There was this one too that was really elaborate with like beads and weaving and all kinds of random stuff, but that would be another project for another day. So here's our little flower. And then if we just put it here, what I was thinking would be cool is if we did a kind of a lid at the top too. So let's try this. I'll probably need more wire at the top. So let's go ahead and start by fixing this one in. Try to center it the best you can. So we're going to bring that one here and around. Okay, we're going to bring it around twice. There. And then this one, see if it's, if you need it more, you can easily, whoopsies. If you want it more centered here, we're going to clip that. And then if you find it's not, if it's too like high up, just center it and then pinch it in and give it a little rotate and that'll hold it in place. So now we're going to take this side, bring it through. We don't need this anymore. Okay, I think it would be a bit monotone, but no, wouldn't look bad or anything. The green, is that the green one you mean? Might not sure, I'm not sure, but yeah, the green is nice too. The green miracle beads are really nice. So this one, I see I need to put it in a little bit more. So I'm just gonna rotate it a little to lower the flower and then bring this one here, around here. So what I'm wondering is, and this might or might not work, like this is super cute just like that, but wouldn't it be nice to have a bead on the top to represent the lid Otherwise, you can just do like a little circle or something. I could have done a little extra bit with the 20 gauge wire to represent a lid. Like here, I could have just, when I was doing the, you guys see me? When I was doing the kettle, I could have just gone across here, like here, and then done like a backtrack like that. I could have definitely done that with the 20 gauge wire, but I didn't. So let's see. I don't even know if I have copper beads. I'm just gonna have a quick peek if I have any copper beads. In the meantime, you guys can look at the templates. I'm gonna go see if I can have a copper bead. I don't have to go far. My stuff is here. I have a little nook in my dining room, and I have my stuff here. So let me just see if I can find it. Although I don't know if I have them here currently. I had some copper stuff, gold. Oh yeah, here, maybe. Okay. I don't know if I have these though. We're gonna see. Okay, didn't have to go too far. So I have this bag of stuff. Let's see what's in there. I'm gonna grab a sip of water. Yeah, I always post pictures of these in the community section because it's very hard to see on the live stream. Mostly this is here. I do these so you guys can be my cheerleaders while I'm working out new designs, and you give me amazing ideas. So it's a win-win situation, even though you can't really super see what I'm doing. So here we have, this isn't really copper. This is more like antique copper, and I'm not even sure I have beads. Oh, this is cute. There's like a little leaf. Let's see what I got. Yeah, I got jump rings. Oh, these are gold though. Yeah, if I had copper beads like that, that'd be cool. But I have the gold ones. These are all hooks and stuff, so that doesn't work. And they're kind of dark anyways, but I mean, I have the gold, which isn't great, but we can try it. Whoopsies. Just to show you guys, like say you did want to, it's not awful. Let me just look in my metal beads, because I do have a whole section with metal beads as well. I don't know if I have any copper, but you never know. So these are my metal beads. Oh, look at that. It's a little dark, but I have a little copper thing there. Let's see what else I have. Another gold one. Let's see. Not a lot here. Nope. Not really. I have little cats. These are cute. Little cat beads. Those are adorable. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. I'm gonna move that. I always have a lot to clean up after these live streams. Okay, I'll put this one away. Trying to clean up as I go, otherwise it gets to be very, very messy. Oh, and the other thing, you know what? You know what I could do? Rather than fiddle around with a bead, we can make a coil and coil it around. So Jan's got me thinking about what I can do with the wire rather than like having to do beads. So it's not huge, this bit, but we can try to coil it and see what it does. So let me get a piece of maybe 20 gauge wire. Okay, I think I'm missing all kinds of conversations. What I wish I had, guys, tell me if this is possible, is to have a headset or something that I can just get your comments read to me. That would be ideal. And then that way I could save time because it's really hard for me to scroll back and read comments. But if I had a way of having you guys voice them in, that would be easier. Like if we did a Zoom call or something, that could work, but then the quality might not be as good either. So technology isn't quite where I want it to be right now, but I'll do my best to. If ever you have questions that I haven't answered, just email me at info@heatherboydwire.com. That would be great. So here's the coil. If we push it together a little bit more, maybe, because I'm not quite sure even what I'm going to do with this. I was thinking to make like a little circle or something. Like if I took this and then made a little circle or something. I'm just playing with this at this point. I kind of like that idea, but I don't know if that's going to, maybe I should have coiled it around a bit and then work my way back. Let's see if we do that. I can always clip it and start again. So I'm going to coil it down a little bit around. Yeah, if we could go it that way, and then we don't want it too big either, and then just coil it back. It's interesting. Looks a little odd, but what if we just push these together a little bit more? So I'm gonna actually make the coil tighter, pushing it together, and then it could sort of look like a little bit like a lid or something across the top. It's interesting. I'm gonna take this one, bring it in a little bit, and then I'm gonna open this bit up a bit, I guess. I'm gonna uncoil that a little bit. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna uncoil that, and then I'm gonna wind it through. Let's see if we wind it through there. Doesn't look much like a, let me just see this up close. Doesn't look much like a lid. I'm gonna bring this to the front and bring this one in. Maybe we can get it to sit properly so it looks like a lid. So we're gonna bring that one here. But I'm thinking maybe we'll have to wind it back in a bit to make it more symmetrical. That might or might not work. So I'm gonna bring this end in, wind it back in towards the middle a little bit. I don't know how well that's gonna go. We're gonna try it. And then maybe one more. Okay, bring it in one more. And then bring that one in. Okay. Now, can you guys see me? I tried to reconnect, so let me know if you can see me in the comments. I'm gonna flip the screen down again. Okay, there we go, we'll flip it down. Now, let me know if you can see me in the comments, because I finished. I'm gonna show it. I'm back, yay. So I just had to refresh the screen. So here is this one. And let's try one more, okay? Perfect. Okay, so let's try one more. I'm gonna put that one there. I'm gonna grab a sip. Wow, good thing I persevered. I would have like turned that, I would have shut it down, but I didn't want to do that. So let's go ahead and maybe we could do a gold one now since I have this gold wire out. I don't know how much wire, so maybe a couple of feet, I guess. Oh, actually, we don't need that much. If we do a simple one. Well, I want to do a teacup. That's what I wanted to do. So let's do a teacup now. May as well do a teacup since we've already done the pots. And I've done coffee cups very similar to this before. I'll link that up in the description below. Let's do a teacup. So let's get a bead. And I wish I had more pretty beads. I don't think I have any more of those like really pretty beads. That would have been nice to do another ceramic bead Let me see what I have in my other random beads, just to see if we have a nice one. And I'll do a teacup. I think that would be nice. I'm just not sure I have any nice beads with a little design on it. I have some little speckly ones, and it'd be nice to do something with a nice little design, but I really don't have much. I think I have to get more fancy, pretty beads. I have a bunch of old necklaces and stuff that I can take apart to do that, but what I'll do is I'll try to do a tutorial on one of the more successful ones. These are just some random beads I have. I mean, this one's kind of interesting too, but it's not a round one. I might just do a plain bead because I don't have a lot of really fancy beads. So let me move that. Okay, and now cream color for light coffee. I could do that, like maybe a pearly color or something. Where did I put my beads here? Yeah, that one's a little big. This one's not too bad. This is sort of a nice brownish color, but maybe a pearl bead would be good. What have I got over here? Here's some pearly ones. Could try those. Could try that and see. Oh, I have to get more of my beads out. This one's a little bit small, but it might be interesting. I had some ones here too. I have these type of beads. I have pearls. I have purple. I think this is a nicer one. So let's try that. So I hadn't thought about how I'm going to do this. I like the idea of having some steam. I also like the idea with the heart in the cup too. I did coffee cups like that with the heart. Oh, this one's cute too with the dangling heart. Okay, there's so many that we can do. And I'm just gonna think in terms of, I'm gonna start this how I start the sunshine. I have a design for sun, where we go around to the front and then around, move that, to the back. So we go around here. So that's the starting point. You could do this with any bead. Keep this part up and then twist it around. I didn't think to do it this way. So this is the starting point. And then if you want to do the saucer, we're going to take this and bend it down, maybe a little bit more over. Bend it straight down. And then we want to curve it around. So get a round form, curve it around. So there, we could have left more cup going, but that's okay to do this much. So there's our starting point for our cup. And then if you want to do the saucer, you could do it flat or you can do it more three-dimensional. So say you want to do it three-dimensional, we're going to bring this one around. So that's the starting point. And then let's get these beads. Connie, hello, hello. Making teapots and teacups. So now we're going to take this and bend it at a little bit of an angle just to make it more three-dimensional, and then bend that out. You can make a nice wide saucer out that way, curve it, and then this one that way. Pretty good. I like it when it has that more 3D effect. So then that way down, and then you can get your round form again to bring it around. Okay, so we have, looks a little bit like a flying saucer, but that's okay. We're going to bring this one here and push that one straight up. And then we want to do a handle. We're going to take this one and bend that up. And then take this one, bend it to the back, curve that around, and then bend this one straight up. might be the handle. Oof, that handle's a little big. Oh well. Then we're gonna just take this. Yeah, is that too big? It's a little big. Maybe we can, I'm gonna lower this a little bit. Get in there. Bring that one up. There we go. Maybe this has to be more round, so I'm gonna just curve it out a little more. Okay, try that. It's a little funny looking, but that's okay. And then we're gonna bend this one across. Okay, so the idea is you do your cup and then you finish it at the top. So you've got the technique there. The shape is not the best, but maybe we can just push that more at an angle. There we go. And even the ones that I don't do today, the templates will still be available in my shop. So if there's some of these you want to do that weren't done today, the templates will still be available. So say you want to do the one with the heart or something else, you can do that too. So that's that. I think we have to bring this one a little bit more down. Okay, and then we're going to take this and twist it around. Okay, so that's your basic shape for the teacup. Not sure about this flying saucer type thing. I might retry that one so it's not that shape so you can see how it looks. And then this one, we're just going to take this and bend it out, and then we can do our steam. So there's actually a couple ways you can do steam. So let's try it 2 different ways. We're going to do the steam. Let's do the steam for this one in the spiral way. So I just take this and I bring it around. You guys know how I like to do the spirals. So we're just going to curve it around there. And then we clip the end. And talking raccoon. Hello. There we go. So now we're going to bring this one around. If you guys have a username that's different than your real name, if you want to use your real name, you can let us know. And Amber and I try to keep track of people's names so we know how to address you. And if you'd rather be anonymous and just use your usernames, that's totally fine too. So we're going to bring this one in. And I'm just closing up the spiral a bit. So this makes a cool little spiral steam type of thing. There we go. Could maybe make it a little looser, but, and then if you want to make sure if you want to put a hook on there and it's going to stay in place, make sure the spiral is closed at some spot. So when you put your hook at the top, it won't come out. So you want to, it's like if this is an earring or a pendant, you want to be able to put a jump ring there without it sliding out. So that's an idea. So this looks like a little bit of a hot mess, but this is pretty well almost exactly what I drew there. I'm not sure about that. So let's try another one quick, and we'll compare them and see how they look. So I'm gonna get another piece of the 20 gauge wire, sorry. Heartland Lover, hello. So now we are going to take this one, and we can put another bead there. We can put a heart bead there. Let's see if I do have a heart bead. And we could either dangle it or just put it on there. So what if we take this? I'm just thinking, just let me think. Okay, I did it that way, and we finished them both at the top. That's what we did here. So if I take this, bend this up for the heartbeat, and then we're going to, and we're going to bring this one around. Okay, around here to do a full turn. Yeah, so then we have the heart bead in the middle instead of that bead. We're going to try the same method, but doing that straight across. So now we could make this a little wider. I also want to maybe do that handle a little bit different. So if we're going to bring that one in, that's a little wide now. Okay, so we're going to bring that one. Okay, curve that one around. And then if we want to do, it's really hard to get that handle looking nice. Just let me think for a sec. I kind of like the idea of doing it a little bit differently, but let me just try something. Okay, so I'm going to bring this one straight across. Straight across. And then the saucer, we're going to do, this time we're going to do the saucer straight and see if it looks any different. So if we do it to there, we're going to do it about that position. So we bring that one around. But now is it going to be too long? So if we do the cup to there, we're going to do this to about here. Okay, so if we start with that, then it's the saucer is straight across. And as always, you guys can take bits and pieces of these ideas and combine them in any way that you want. So now we're going to take this and we want to just figure out exactly where the position is going to be and curve it out. So this is our beginning point of the saucer with the cup. I'm going to bring that one up, and I kind of want to do something else with the handle, but I don't know if it's going to work. What if we just take this across? Maybe a little bit more. Okay, we're going to take that one across here. And we're going to bring that one around here. Okay. Perfect. So that's our beginning point of the cup and saucer. And then what I'm thinking is we can just do this handle. Do I want to bring it down a bit? And then up. Okay, and then we're going to form the handle here. We're going to bring this around. I'm glad I didn't have to restart the video. I'm not sure why it was buffering like that, but now I'll know next time just to reconnect rather than to stop and start again. So we're just trying to do this handle up and that way. That's cool. And you can finish it there, or if you want to try something different, we can try to do that spiral thing where we take this and bring it around. And I'm going to try to do a mini spiral just to see how it looks. So I'm going to take that, clip it, and turn the end in. I don't know if I have enough wire there. Yeah, so we're going to close that end. Okay, and take this and bring it in. Bring it in here, close it up. There. So that's cute. I like that. It's a little more fancy. And you will be able to see it better when I post pictures. So there, and I also post pictures of these in the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. So if you guys are not already members of the Wire Makers Club, you can join. You can share photos of your wire art and wire jewelry. It's a private group, so so we have people of all levels, and yeah, the links are always in the description of all my videos. So if you guys want to join that group, you are more than welcome. So I'm liking this one better than this one, but now we want to do the steam. So let's just take this and bend it that way, and we're going to do the steam. So we're going to take this, bring it around, and then around. And this is like more like actual steam rather than the spiral. I think it looks a little bit more like steam, and you can do as many of these loops as you want. You can get them down smaller if you want. Maybe we can do 3. I like uneven numbers, and we're going to bring it around. Maybe a little bit more here. Whoop. There we go. And there. So we're going to give that a little trim. Give it a little clip. And close that up. And there we have, oh, this one's really cute. I do like this one better. So here is our, I'm going to show them both to you. We have the 2 cups. Yeah, the one with the straight saucer looks better, I think. So there's these, and I like the heart beads. So I will put pictures of those in the community section. So do we have time for one more? I don't think we have time for one more, but like I said, all these are going to be in the community section. I might try some more on my own. Let's see what we did so far, or what we've done all together. So we have these ones, the teacups, and then we have this one that turned out really well with the copper. I like that one. You can do different tones. You could even do the handle in a different color, a different style of lid. We have this one with the bead cap, which is super cute. And then we have this one with the ceramic bead and the spiral base that Jan suggested. So let me know in the comments which is your favorite. Thank you, guys. Nice. So I'm going to flip the screen and say goodbye. And we'll see you the next time. So let me just flip the screen. There we go. So thank you guys so much for hanging out on the live stream. Thank you, Amber, to always moderating the chat. And Amber will be doing timestamps in the next week that will go with these videos. So you'll be able to go to the exact project that you want to go to. Templates will be available in the DIY shop in the next 24 hours. And if you use the coupon code SAVE25, that's all caps SAVE25, the number. In the shop, you can save 25% when you buy 5 or more templates. And all the links to all my different things, my groups, everything is going to be in the description of the video. And I hope you guys have an amazing day, a great rest of the week. And look out for the 10-day wire ring making challenge coming up in mid-May, or mid-June. More details about that coming soon. And we'll see you the next time. So bye.